poured them already. Is this a attempt to save on time? Slight interruption. So Mill Street Organic Lager, 4.2%. I got two of them on double fisting. So what I did was I set a bottle of it in the window all day. These come in a 6-pack cardboard. Virtually, I could not taste the hops hardly at all, or at all even. For my palate, I couldn't pick it out, so I put it in the window to get it light struck in this clear bottle to see what happened if I set it in the window for about 13 hours of daylight. Quite a sunny day, too. And it did. It skunked the living piss out of it. So the beer is quite kind of foamy. It's got a nice foam to it, and it's mellow and quite biscuity, and I can taste virtually no hops in this beer. It's a very simple, very plain. It's a nice beer, very refreshing. It is hardly tastes like beer though, but it's still kind of good. This one is skunked. It's quite skunky, and then you realize that there are hops in it, but maybe the hops they use are quite earthy and not that much alpha acid in it or something. I almost prefer the beer skunked because it gives it a little bit of pizzazz. As this one, if you don't like hops, this is a really good beer for you. Very small bubbles. There's color shot. You taste a lot of the pale malt. You can't taste hardly no alcohol. Start, middle, finish. It's just biscuity. Smooth, clean aftertaste. It's very nice in a way. Can't taste no hops, color, carbonation, head. It's very creamy, lacing a bit. Overall, it's a really good summertime beer. It'd be great for beer bonging, but the carbonation's it's got a little bit of carbonation to her, so it might upset your stomach a little to really chug it real fast. But you could do it. I got some hops out of it that time. Oh, yeah. It's like a Euro lager kind of, with not as much hops. But I might be picking up this one too. Okay, I'm starting to pick the hops up in that one a little bit now. That skunking them out did help, but I can still taste them from the other beer possibly. Oh, but this one's so skunky. Like, man, it's real sunny where I live, and it's winter time, so I didn't fry it or anything. But it's this has had a lot of UV go through it today. I'll tell you what. Hops in the middle, bam, that's where they are, and then it goes through the aftertaste. But almost the same beer. It's not like a Heineken skunky. It's not that skunky though, like it's a different beer. It's unique to me. Believe it or not, it's extremely pale. semi-sweet to dry. I don't know. Mouthfeel, like it's got a real nice foam to it though. Like the head's very small bubbles, very creamy. That's kind of a bonus. I'll give it a final rate. It's not a bad beer. It's just kind of weird, and I wouldn't have thought to hop a beer like this so mild in the hops, but that's the way it is. But this is like a little stankier. I've heard that light struck can happen in a few minutes. This has been there for a long time, and that really did some damage to the beer. Like it did something to the hops for damn sure. And you smell like skunky, like Heineken skunky. This is like, if you've ever been in close contact with a real skunk that's sprayed, or basically been sprayed yourself, because I have. That's what this is like. It's like a real skunk. It's a skunk's ass. Heineken's skunky, like how marijuana smells skunky or something. This is like it's skunk to like the glands of a skunk's ass. That's like that real oniony skunk, you know. So the more I drink the skunked one, the more I really don't like it. And maybe don't set it in the direct sunlight for 15 hours. If you want to try and skunk it, just leave it out for an hour or something. No, that's like a skunk's ass. I don't mind the Heinekens and the Grolsch for their skunkiness in that respect. That's type of skunked outness. Well, let's see. I'm gonna give it a 7. And that's just what I'm gonna give it. It's this is one of the weirdest beers I've had, sort of. The bonus points are in the head and the fact that it's organic. Negative points come from it being bland, and the hops are bland. And when you skunk it, it tastes pretty gross. So it kind of counters out 7. It's a solid beer. If you like bland beer, give it a shot. But it's not. That's what it is, bland. But it doesn't have a lot of bad flavors unless you throw it in your window. Seven out of 11.